Welcome back, everybody. Back to Real Chill Conversations. You have Dominique in the building, and we have Brenna in the building. I
I
did
am
it right
in.
this time.
Yeah, I'm in the building. I just made it by the hair on the back of my neck, literally.
Oh, yes. Well, we're
But
here.
you,
So
I was,
let's
yes,
get it
I'm here.
started because I did want to talk to you all today about, is money more important than your happiness? And this topic, actually, it was suggested by someone, and thank you very much for giving your input. Um, so let's get into it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Is money more important than your happiness? I guess. What do you consider happiness? Because some people actually consider money as their source of happiness.
Right, because they feel like as long as they have enough cash flow and they're not in a situation where they're barely making it check to check, then if they have money, they're able to do things like travel, go on trips with their family, go visit family that lives out of state, go out of the country, do all kinds of different things. They might have, more of a luxurious way of wanting their lifestyle to be. They might want to have the $1 million house and, with 8,000 square feet and all that stuff. They may want to drive, $100,000 car or above. And to them, they can achieve those things with money. But to me, all of that are those are things, and I don't think material things necessarily can sustain your happiness. I mean, it is nice, to get something nice or to receive something nice on occasion, but I don't live my life based on brand names and designers. Like, I do just as fine with my designer stuff as I do with my non-designer stuff that I get from Target or TJ Maxx or Burlington Coat Factory or Marshalls. I mean, I shop everywhere.
Well, I do want to say this is a topic that I was trying to stay away from. But someone wanted us to talk about it, so that's why we're here tonight talking about it. So,
Gotcha.
um if you said yes to this question, I'm not judging, okay? I'm
Yep.
not going to judge. A lot of people chase money, and I understand why. You
Mm-hmm.
know, um, it's very important. Is how we buy our food,
Right.
how we pay for, a home, an apartment, wherever you may stay, you may live. So,
And there's always, emergency type situations. The car breaks down. You need to get it fixed. It's going to be a $3,000 repair. Are you going to have that money available to take care of it? Or are you going to have to wind up taking out a loan or trying to borrow the money from someone? So I get it. I get it where people feel that they would be happier if they had money, but I guess it's individuals have to determine, what truly is their source of happiness. And I think
well, the things that I'm mentioning are necessities
yeah,
that we just have to have. We stuff that we just need to pay in order to survive on a
right.
daily basis. So, you know, some of these things, yes, I feel like money is very well needed. If not, how are we gonna survive?
True.
So, but you would think making more money will make you happier, but that is not always the case.
That's true.
It won't necessarily make you happier. You would probably just be satisfied to know you're making more money. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes more money, more problems, more bills.
Right.
So you definitely have to think about that. And the people that don't have more problems, more money, more bills, some people don't see it that way. And you're not going to be able to see it until you're in that
So
position.
you're in it. Absolutely.
I have met quite a few people that made more money than me. Um, and they are not happy.
Yeah.
They have issues.
Yeah.
Actually their issues, and I had to sit back and reflect one day because I was like, man, what I'm gonna do? The whole world is crumbling. You know what I'm saying? I have this going on, I have this going on. My kids, I have to do this, I have to come up with this. But
Right.
then I had to sit back and chill for a second. And I remember me talking to you about this because I was like, hold up.
Right.
It's some people out here who have bigger issues than me.
Yeah.
I
Absolutely.
mean, some of these people with more money that I talk to, they say, I have tax issues,
Right.
health issues,
Yes.
relationship issues.
Mhm.
Um, they have the money, however, they are lonely, in those areas because either their partner is doing something else. And even with all the money that you have, you can't buy love.
No, you
So
cannot.
you can definitely pay somebody,
Right.
to be your companion and spend your money,
Sugar mama, sugar
sugar
daddy.
daddy,
Yep.
but you can't buy love.
No, you can't.
So people be like, oh, you can't live out of love. Love ain't gonna pay your bills. No. But if you're a type of person that needs that connection with someone, money is not going to do.
No, it's not. It's
Because
absolute.
I can be with you, take your money and be like,
Right.
you just going to stay right here, babe.
Right.
Wait till I get back.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? And that'll be an everyday thing.
An everyday thing. Yeah. Yeah, because
Versus somebody who really love you and really
yeah,
want to spend time with you and really want to connect with you on that level.
right.
You know what I'm saying? And that'll make people happy because I feel like once you get to connect with somebody and you're demonstrating each other that love and connection, it's like it makes you happy.
It does make you happy. I mean, I just imagine being in a situation where you're so well connected with somebody, like spending an afternoon in the park having a picnic. Y'all might think that that sounds corny, but that sounds like a great time to me. Being out in the sunshine with the person that I care about, looking into each other's eyes, snacking on some good food. That's wonderful. And yes, it's nice to go to the expensive 5-star RSVP reservations only type restaurants. Yeah, that's a nice thing to do, but I don't count on it. I don't bank on it. It's not a regular necessity for me. Like when we do it, it's like a special occasion or it's a treat.
Right.
And I think when you have money, I think the people that have money and that are actually happier are the ones that don't go crazy overspending and over lending to family members and friends that are in a financial bind. The ones that, actually save money and still work within a budget, but they're putting money away so that they can retire and not have to work until they're 75 years old. They are actually happy, and it has nothing to do with them going out and purchasing a bunch of material items. It really does not.
Well, to me, it's like I hear a lot of people that don't have that much money saying, oh, I wish I was rich. I wish I had money. So I wouldn't have to go through so and so and I just, everybody will be happy. But at the same time, I'll be like, do you really wish that? Because, I mean, but then you hear people with money
Uh,
and that are stable and that are have a big house, beautiful house,
yeah,
and everything, beautiful cars, but
yeah,
then they're struggling like with health issues and they're not happy. And they're in a position where, yes, oh, we have money, we have this, we have that, but we're not, like, I'm still not fulfilled because I'm not happy.
I'm gonna be fully transparent here. It is really difficult to maintain constant happiness when you're not in good health. When you
Mhm.
are going through health issues and health struggles, and to the doctor for this, and then them sending you to the hospital for that, you being told that everything is okay, then to find out that there's a problem, it's hard to maintain that happiness because number one, like, you don't feel good, and when you're not feeling good, it's hard to have a positive mental attitude towards your well-being. If you're in pain and you're constantly like throwing up and all that kind of stuff, it is really difficult. It's really a challenge. So even people that have money, if you're not in good health, even though you can afford the great doctors and you can afford the hospital bills and all of that, it's hard to stay in a really good positive mindset when you're not feeling when you're not.
And I'm so glad you say that, because this is where I come in, and this is why I wanted you to say that, because so let's see, if you're happy, money will follow. Okay.
Yes.
And that's what I'm saying. Happiness come within you.
Right.
Can't nobody, even when, yeah, if you get a partner and your partner makes you happy, that's a bonus.
That's a bonus, like, it's not
But
their.
they cannot fulfill you.
Right. Right.
You do have to fulfill yourself
Yeah.
first. And then, everything will follow. I noticed that once I got it out of my little bad space or whatever, um, you know, I get back to the money.
Yes.
And it actually comes and I actually get it. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Versus being down.
Yeah.
So I started to say, no, you know what? Money ain't gonna own me. I'm gonna own the money.
Right.
I'm gonna maneuver the money.
Right.
I'm gonna handle it,
Right.
because I don't want these things to take over my life. Imagine you just not being happy. And I'm saying we're all human. We all have, sometimes that we're not happy.
Right.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
But most of the time, we should focus on that, because when you're happy within yourself, guess what? Your health will follow.
Yeah.
Everything will basically fall into place.
Mm-hmm.
So, but if you're putting money first, even God tells us not to do that.
Right.
Well, if you believe in God,
Yep.
but I am aware we cannot survive without money. My thing is, like I stated, I don't let it make me
Right.
nor dictate my happiness. I don't let money dictate my happiness. Like, you're going to be happy when you get money. No,
Right.
I
Yeah.
got money.
Uh-huh.
I'm happy. I'm
Uh-huh.
going to make some more money.
Right.
So that's been my mind frame, because I want to keep it like that. I don't want to get down when I don't have any money. And I used to do that a lot.
Yes, I remember several occasions when you were feeling down about certain situations, but then when you sat on it for a minute, reflected on it for a minute, let yourself have some time to yourself to kind of figure things out and think things out, you changed your thought process. And what started happening was that you were making money, and then you were making more money, and then you started making more money and more money. And I remember how thrilled you were when you were able to turn around and do a whole bunch of things for your kids, things that had to be put on hold at the time because there were other more important things like the rent and the electric bill and the internet and all that kind of stuff that needed to be taken
And
care.
I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I have 5 kids.
Right.
Like, I was
Yeah.
running back and forth, but I'm happy. my money, if I'm happy, my money is going to follow.
Right.
There's no questions about that, because like I said, I can't make no money when I'm mad and stressed out.
Yeah, it just doesn't
Um,
come.
but when you're happy, you're manifesting. Meditation, affirmations, all of that. Even when I don't have any money and I say I got money, I
Hmm.
have money.
Right.
So
Right.
it works.
It does.
You do have to keep it's really like, it's not that hard to do it. You just have to be in that type of mind frame.
Yeah, I agree.
And for that, it does take people a little while, especially if you're going through something.
Yeah.
But once you master it, it's going to be a very big part of your life.
It
So,
will. Yeah.
some people will take jobs or take businesses and it doesn't even fulfill them.
Yeah.
You know, they may be bringing in the money, but not as much as they would if they were doing what they really liked.
Exactly. And I'm glad that you brought that up because I was going to say that earlier. A lot of people that have the money but aren't happy, they might be in professions that require them to work, 14, 16, 18-hour days, no time off really, always having to be, on the availability to be reached if there's an issue or there's a problem, because they're that important to the company or the organization that requires them to be available at pretty much any time there's something that's going on. So if all you're doing is working and working and working and working and you're not even passionate about it, the money's not going to it's definitely not going to make you happy. You're in fact going to start to resent that job that you have and the position that you have, but you're going to be stuck in a bind because you're going to be like, I don't want to let this money go.
And if you love what you do, your money will increase.
It will.
Your mood determines a lot, y'all.
Yes,
We may think it does not, but it really does.
it absolutely does.
It's like I was telling Brenda from the starting of this podcast. I was like, if you don't have the passion to do something,
Yeah,
it's just not gonna it's gonna show.
right.
And it's gonna be so, tiring that you're not gonna wanna do it. And that's the thing. What type of attitude do you want to go into something that you love to do?
Girl, all I know was it started out as 5 and now we're at 2. Holding steady.
Okay.
Holding steady, but it's the passion that we have about it. It's the engaging in conversation with people and having discussions and getting different perspectives, and looking at things from another point of view has really opened up my mind. Like I've really been opened up a lot just by doing this podcast, by exchanging information and learning new things when we post in the group and people respond to the questions that we ask and things like that. It's been really, really helpful. I think it's been a really positive thing. And so I feel really good about that. I'm absolutely proud of that. There's never a day when never a time when I'm like, oh, I just, I don't think I want to do it. That thought has never come into my mind. Not once. Not once. Even with the changes and the restructuring and this, that, and whatever,
It's a lot of work you have to put in it. It's
yeah,
not this easy of just jumping on here
it's
and
right.
saying, hey, we still have to promote.
Yeah.
We still have to get the word out, network. It's a lot that goes to it,
Right. Grow
you
the
know.
subscribers and all that stuff.
And we have gradually, even
Mhm.
though we have millions of other things going on in the
Right.
background,
Jobs and kids and
we have gradually been going up.
yeah.
Are we going to be happy all the time? Probably not. Okay. Like I said before, of course not. But if you're happy most of the time, then you're on the road. Because, I
Yeah.
mean, you want to have more happy times than bad times.
Right.
Same thing as if you're in a relationship. You want to have more good times than sad times.
Yeah.
Same thing if you're at work. You want to have a good experiences more than bad experiences.
Right. So that's why you should be working with a company that has a really positive work culture.
And you
You know?
will be successful.
Yep.
You will be successful. That goes for your job, your business, friends, family, relationships, whatever you want to tag this onto.
Yeah.
Because, you know, um, some people don't even call and say hi when you broke. I'm just
Right.
saying.
Yeah.
Wait,
That's a fact.
look,
That's a fact.
am I telling the truth?
You telling the truth.
Okay, that's all I need to know. Some people
Hmm.
don't even call and say, "Hey,
Yeah.
you
How
know, you
Yep.
hear them calls ringing though when you got some money in your pocket."
Right. Right. Want to go somewhere and they want to do something.
But you know what? Those be the same people that just be jealous,
Hmm.
of you just being happy. Yes, the same
Yes.
people.
Yes. You very much so. Um.
But
I
they really admire the fact that you don't let money determine your happiness.
They admire the fact that you don't let money determine your happiness, but at the same time, they're envious of your ability to be able to make the money or make money like they wish they could make money so that they would have some freedom in how they need to live their life. Because when you don't have money, let's face it, you have to be very structured in your spending because you know that rent is due. So you got to figure out what check am I paying the rent with? When is the electricity due? When is the car note due? And when's the insurance due? Or whatever, whatever, whatever. So all of those things are important. But if you,
And they want to know this silently because
yeah,
they don't tell you.
exactly,
But
exactly,
they be the main ones wanting to know, hey, how do you do it?
right.
You know? Um,
How come she gets to? How come she gets it and I don't get it? Why,
yeah.
what's so special about her and not me? Why am I not in that situation? Well, honey, first of all, you got to fix your attitude. You got to switch that mood up.
Yes,
You
you
got to
do.
put
That
out
is the key.
that
That is the key.
positive energy, okay? You can't.
That is the key. And I'm going to keep saying it.
Yeah.
A lot of people just want, just, you know, some people ask me certain questions. And even though some people give you a thorough answer,
Mhm.
my answer is very simple.
Yeah.
Think it, speak it, want it, you know, it's not bad for you.
Mhm.
Actually, it's very good for you.
Mhm.
The more that you can keep yourself in a positive mood, the more that you can keep yourself in a good mood. You know what I'm saying? And find little things that you love to do and that make you happy. I don't care if it's, I'm going to go out today and give me a drink,
Mhm.
or I'm going to go golfing today.
Right.
Or things that in your
Mhm.
hobbies, like your hobbies supposed to make you happy.
Yeah.
I hope nobody have no hobbies they just
Right.
bringing you down, like you need to stop doing that. You know what I'm saying? It ain't working.
But
But
you have to it's believing, achieving, and receiving. You have to stay up on all three of those at all times if you want to stay consistent with hitting the goals for yourself. And when you hit one goal, then set another goal. Reach for the sky. There's nothing that's with that you can't accomplish if you don't set out and put your mind to it, focus on it, meditate on it. Like I said, you said, if you believe, pray on it, all of those things, come into play. But the people that seem to be accomplishing, achieving, and receiving the most are those that have much more positive outward attitudes on a more consistent basis. They have more good days than bad days. Everybody's going to have a bad day.
Mhm.
Everybody's going to have a bad moment. That's just life. That's just normal. But the people that can bounce back and snap out of being in that bad mood and getting over that bad moment and letting it go and throwing it up to the sky, those are the ones you're going to see that are accomplishing the most. They're doing the most and things are happening for them.
And they don't have to do much.
Right. That's true. That is very true. It's really not hard.
It's not work harder, it's
Work smarter.
exactly.
Yeah.
So, you have any final thoughts for tonight?
No, I would just, tell people to think about what drives you. What are you passionate about? What are the things that bring you joy? And if the things that bring you joy don't necessarily involve getting a new, Gucci bag or Louis bag or whatever, a week or some shoes or, materialistic things like that. If it's, seeing your kids' faces light up when you've, come home from work and had a tough day, but you still made them dinner and you guys still sat down at the dinner table together and talked about everybody's day,
Exactly.
that brings me happiness. That brings me joy. I may be tired when I come home, getting home late, and then, by the time I cook, it's a little bit before we eat. But to finally get to sit down with my family and eat a meal together, and them telling me, Mom, this is so good. Oh, Mom, this is delicious. Mom, this is the bomb. Mom, this is fire. That really lights up my soul because I was tired and I was, 2 minutes from saying, "Oh, let's just order in a pizza, or I'll pick up some pizza on the way home." Now, I'm not saying that that doesn't happen. It does, because I'm not perfect and I can't burn myself out trying to satisfy and please everyone. But I do make a point of making sure that, my children and my partner, my family and friends, are in good places. They're in good spaces. And whatever
I'm
I do to contribute to that,
I'm
I,
with you.
I
I
will.
feel like my space, even though I have a lot of people around me,
Yeah.
my like if you're in my space, you are definitely someone who brings me joy.
Yeah.
Because I love my people. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Everybody that I keep around me.
Mm-hmm.
It brings me joy, to help others,
Yeah.
people that I love and I care about.
Yeah.
Like that kind of stuff made me happy. Because
Yes.
I told you I'm a giver,
Yes, you are.
so
Yeah.
if I can help you, you know what I'm saying, any type of way, that brings me happiness. It
Mm-hmm.
doesn't bother me to do it. Um Keeping my kids around just like you. But my final thoughts, like on this whole topic today, is money can't buy happiness, but it can make our lives easier. But
Yes.
happiness comes from within.
Yes.
Like I said, yourself. If you're happy with yourself, no amount of money is going to change that.
Right.
Um, that is satisfying and I crave it. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? So, but that's it. So find happiness within you and let money be a bonus for you.
Right.
And that way, you're making sure that you're on top of things because
Yeah.
money is going to follow regardless.
Right.
If you're in a very happy space and you're making things happen, you're doing this, you're doing that. And like I said, practice meditation,
Yes.
affirmations, stuff like that. I do that a lot just to kind of bring me back into a place where I'm like, you know what? I ain't gonna let money take over me. I ain't gonna let money stress me out.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's all within your reach. And again, like we were both saying, it's not like you have to do an extraordinary amount of work. It really isn't um hard to just tweak some of your thoughts and your thought process to turn it around into you being able to achieve and receive. Sorry, it's believe.
Right. And it's not easy for a person who's struggling.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of people out here that be like, society will tell you nowadays, if you ain't got money, this, that, and the other, you gotta drive this car, you gotta live in this house. Like they have determined everything what a happy life should look like.
Yeah.
But do you know what it feels like?
Right. You got to
I
know where to feel it.
Yo, good night.
Good night, guys.
We'll do this again next weekend. Do you have a topic for us yet?
Not yet. I'm going to work on some things over the next couple of days and put something together.
Okay, wonderful. Well, y'all make sure y'all go to Real Chill Conversations and subscribe to our channel. It is completely free.
Yes.
And get the notifications on when we go live.
That's right.
Good night.
Bye, guys. Good night.